Peace everyone, it's Kiki, aka Miss Twisted Yogi, and before we get into any movement practices, I need you to understand how to breathe. The asana, the movement, is made more possible, easier if you will, when you have access to your breath. And the reality is that most of the time we don't actually think about our breathing. We take it for granted. We just assume that it's going to be there. We wake up in the morning and we assume that the breath is just going to do what it's supposed to do instead of taking intentional breaths. Instead of like taking a moment and the very first thing you do is breathe. Like feel that inhale and feel that exhale. And so today we're going to learn some breath basics. These are the things that you want to keep in mind, this type of breathing when you're in your practice. Again, it's going to help you build awareness. It's going to help you overcome some of the challenges that you may face when things are a little uncomfortable in the practice, because it be like that, right? It really do. It be like that. You just got to breathe through it. But I think the biggest thing that is helpful in understanding why the breath is so important is this what's going to help you regulate your nervous system. So in this very moment, I want to invite you to take a seat. Whether you are sitting on a yoga mat, sitting on the floor, or sitting in a chair. Either one of those is fine, okay? If you're sitting on the floor and it's uncomfortable for you, I want you to get comfortable, but be able to sit upright where your hands can sit and rest in your lap, your back can be straight, and you just feel your behind sitting down in the seat below you, okay? Go ahead and just take a breath of awareness. Just breathe. Don't try to change it. Just take a breath. If you feel comfortable, close your eyes. If you're in a safe space where you can do that, close your eyes. If it feels more comfortable for you to keep the eyes open, you're going to gaze down at the floor right in front of you, but just keep your gaze low. And just start to sit with your breath as it comes. Just notice it. Don't try to change it or do anything different. Just sit. The sound of my voice is going to be quiet as you gently observe how the breath is moving in and out of the body in this very moment. Where do you feel your breath the most right now? You feel it in your chest, your belly, your ribs? Is your breath smooth or choppy or broken up? Does it feel like a struggle? Just notice. Notice if there is tension or tightness, where you feel discomfort. Also notice where you feel ease and a sense of just being. Now take a nice inhale through your nose and exhale out through your nose. Okay, how was that for you? Now we're going to go into what's called a diaphragmic or belly breathing. We're going to use our hands for this. This is going to be your first breath exercise. And I'm going to invite you to come back to this on a regular and consistent basis, even when you're not moving or even before you start moving for the day or get into a yoga practice. Sit with this breath before you find posture, if you will. So we're going to start with belly breathing or diaphragmic breathing. You're going to place your right hand right on your belly. So you're going to place your right hand right on your belly. And then you're going to take your opposite hand and you're going to put it on your heart, right on the chest, okay? So as you inhale through the nose, your belly is going to expand. You're going to feel your belly inflate into your hand. So fill your hand with your belly, okay? Like you're blowing air into a balloon. You'll also feel your chest rise as the breath rises up through the body, okay? And as you exhale, you'll feel the chest go in and the belly go in, okay? We want to move with that kind of intention. So let's do a couple of practice rounds together. Right hand on the belly, left hand on the chest. And as you inhale through your nose, feel it rise up. Inhale. And then exhale, slowly release the breath out through the nose and feel the belly come in towards the spine. And then do it again. Just inhale nice and big through the nose. And then exhale out through the nose. Beautiful. Take a cleansing breath here. Make adjustments so that you can sit with this. But we're going to do this again. We're going to do it together, okay? And so again, you're going to inhale. And you're asking, how long do I inhale? I want you to inhale as full through the nose as you can, feeling the belly expand and feel your hands and the heart rises up while your hips stay planted and seated and connected to the ground. And then as you exhale, maybe even press the hand into the belly. Just feel it lowering. Beautiful. Let's do it together. Inhale. Expand through the belly. Lift through the heart. Exhale. Lower through the chest. Fully empty out your breath. Allow your belly to come in towards your spine. And then your inhale will be automatic. So we're going to sit with this. Let's do this a few rounds with the sound of my voice being quiet. Remember, inhale, expand. Exhale, release. Do a few rounds on your own. You're going to take 2 more rounds just like this. The next time you exhale, release your hands down by your lap or on your knees. And just take a few moments just to gently observe the breath just as it is. Let the face settle just a little bit more. See if you can give the tension away. Let the breath carry you. And then 1 more breath here. Maybe you uncross and recross so that, we can find some balance, some evenness on both sides of the body, okay? And so we're going to use that same diaphragmatic breathing that we just did, and we're going to create movement. So you're going to use your arms for this. And so again, as you inhale, it is where you expand. This is where you lengthen, you lift, okay? Like you move as you expand. And as you exhale, again, you release it, you soften it, you fold, you contract, you twist, okay? So using our upper body, we're gonna do that together. So we're gonna release the hands down by our side, okay? Take a cleansing breath here, just exhale and inhale. Okay? And as you inhale, take your arms and lift them. The amount of time that you're inhaling is the amount of time that you're lifting. And once you get to the top of that breath, you exhale, release the arms all the way down. Feel that? So you're releasing. Do it again. Inhale, lift and raise. Exhale, lower. One more time. Inhale, lift and raise. Exhale, lower. Okay, bring your hands down to your knees. Let your shoulders settle. Now, exhale, chin to chest. Let it go. Inhale, lift the head up to neutral. Feel the belly expand. Exhale, release, chin to chest. Do this again. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. You want to move through the heart. Inhale, open. Feel the belly expand. Feel the chest rise. The chin lifts. And then exhale, close. Chin comes in. Chest lowers. Belly comes in towards the spine. One more time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, close. Coming back to center. We're going to do a little bit more. We're going to take a twist this time. So you're going to inhale, open up your chest. Exhale, twist to the right. You're going to bring your one arm behind you and one arm on the outside of that thigh. That is an exhale. And then you breathe through it for a moment. Just a nice little inhale and exhale that lets you settle into the pose. And then inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. And settle here for a moment. Just find your breath. The next time you take an inhale, exhale, release that pose. All right. Let's go a little bit deeper. This time, you're going to keep your left hand down on the mat. Inhale your right arm up. Once you're up, exhale. You're going to lean over to the left. Now, don't pick this hip up. You want to keep it flat. All right? You're exhaling. You're settling in your body. You're settling the spaces where there's a little tension. You're finding ease with it, not discomfort. Ease. And then you'll inhale back to center. Exhale, place this opposite hand down. And once again, you are settling. You're using your exhale to ground you, to keep you in place. You move with an inhale. Inhale. Palms together. Center of the heart. Exhale. So I hope that makes sense. You inhale. You create the movement. You exhale. You settle into that foundation. You inhale to expand. You exhale to release. You inhale to open. You exhale to close. Okay? Okay? This is our last breath practice that we're going to leave with. And this is our nose breathing. When you start to breathe out of your mouth, you are overexerting yourself. You're using a lot of energy. There's nothing necessarily wrong with that, but you also need to be listening to that. Is the body asking for you to calm down? Like, do you need to go somewhere and sit down? Or are you able to maintain control, right? Do you still have some level of control? And so in our yoga practice, we're going to encourage breathing through the nose, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Okay? That is where the intention is set. Inhale through the nose, exhale out through the nose. Inhale through the nose, the mouth is closed. Exhale out through the nose. Okay? The nose is what filters out. The nose is what filters and warms and humidifies us, right? Breathing in and out of the mouth is going to cool us down, but it also is going to dry us out. It's going to create some coolness. And so we want to keep warmth in the body because that is what helps to lubricate our joints and lubricate our practice and help us to find more ease with our movement. And as soon as you start to exhale out of your mouth, you probably need to check in with yourself. You need to check in, right? And sometimes we be the ones that be the problem and be doing too much. So nose breathing is just going to help us maintain a steadiness. Okay? So again, big diaphragmatic breathing. Link your breath with your movement. Breathe in and out of your nose. Breathe out of your mouth if you need to cool down. Now that you have all the information that you need to begin your yoga practice, I hope that you'll remember these things and you'll apply them to everything that you do. So moving forward, before you let your feet touch the ground, take those breaths. Don't take them for granted.